Okay. Alright, folks, sorry we weren't here last week. We were very busy.
Super busy for everyone.
Very busy week. We do have jobs.
This is not our job.
Sometimes we have to give them attention.
Yeah, because this is not our main...
No, this is a weird order.
Oh, goodness.
Our main thing. Here, I'll do that. You can do the...
It came like that.
What did you do, Sig?
Not my fault.
Give me one.
Okay, this one.
Okay. Anyways, hello, good morning, and welcome, gamers. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. In addition, we talk about some juicy rumors, controversies, and random topics of discussion. Here you'll find some facts, some opinions, and a whole lot of lame jokes. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out on fpsguides.com and follow us on social media. We stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/fpsguides. And for all your listeners out there, FPS Guides Podcast can now be found on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa, and so go ahead and check those out. And if you are interested in becoming a part of the FPS Guides community or perhaps even becoming a content creator, please hit us up at our website. We would love to hear from you. Breathe. Okay, so I have not been playing a whole lot of games. I've been pretty busy. I've been mostly been playing a little bit of Planet Side 2, some Smash Bros, and a little bit of Monster Hunter World. That was basically it. I haven't been playing a whole lot. What about you, Sig? You been playing anything?
I haven't played anything.
You haven't played anything? Well, we're failing as gamers right now, I guess. What about you?
Yeah, I have been playing some stuff here and there.
Thank God.
I finished Code Vein with my friend Dan. Thank God I finished that. God, man, that
so
game is not great.
You ready for your second playthrough?
I traded it in the next day.
No. That's going to be a big no. How much you get for it?
$12. Which is fine because I put it towards Neo 2 Special Edition. Okay. So I got all the DLC and all the cool stuff for like $8 more than the standard edition. So I was like, all right, fair, totally fine.
There you go.
But man, that game was not good, let me tell you.
Not great.
It was not good.
Could have been great.
The ideas were good. The ideas were there, but the execution just was lacking.
It's like there's so much stuff they did right. But then some of like the basic core stuff they just did terribly.
There would be a cutscene and then a loading screen and then another cutscene. It'd be like, why aren't you just putting these two cutscenes together? Like, and they're the same. They're not the same cutscene, but they're the same. It's a continuation of the last cutscene. Like just make one long cutscene. So it's just like they're just loading in the middle of like one long cutscene. Basically. Yeah, and then they would have long cuts. There was a cutscene. I'm pretty sure it was 15 minutes. I was like, I need to put my controller down and go take a shower. Like, it was not great.
I'm guessing these are unskippable?
No. Some of them are. Most of them
are not.
No. Most of them are skippable. Some of them, the really crazy story beats, are not. And it's like, dude, the story's not good. I don't really care.
The story's not good?
Not really.
I thought the story was...
It's not great.
It sounded cool.
It's not great.
The premise seemed cool.
It's all right.
I don't know how good it is.
It's very okay. But other than that, I've been replaying The Last of Us for The Last of Us Remastered because, you know, the new one comes out in May, so I'm getting very, very excited for that.
Get ready for it.
Man, that game is good. Talk about a difference in quality of game.
Right.
But, yeah, so that's really what I've been playing. I'm playing Smash just here in the office, not at home, as some people think.
I'm not playing so much Smash at home anymore.
Can't
play online anymore.
I was in Elite Smash for a little bit, and I was
just
like, no, I'm good. It's going to require way too much of my time to stay in, so a little too much.
Half of you people that play online in Smash Bros, y'all are cheap.
How do you finish a game when you don't like it?
Willpower?
Yeah, you just kind of power through. Because I bought it, so I'm like, all right, I don't want to kind of throw my money away, but it really wasn't good. Like, as soon as me and Dan finished it, we both just ejected the disc and just like, all right, we're not playing this again.
You should wear the top hat.
But even Jay said you're looking closer and closer to looking like the Monopoly guy.
He's talking about...
No, he's got the scarf, man.
Oh, the scarf? Does Monopoly guy have a scarf?
I don't know, does he?
I don't think so.
Is that a Mandela effect thing?
I don't think so. I don't have a monocle either.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really what I've been playing. I've been really gearing up for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That comes out super soon, March 11th. Very excited for that.
Cool.
And Doom Eternal is like a week after. Super excited for that. Really, really looking forward to that. And then that's pretty much it for March, for me anyway. I know there's Animal Crossing and Persona 5 Royale and stuff, but Half-Life Alyx actually comes out in March. That's pretty crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
Really great if somebody wanted to gift us a VR.
$1,000 VR
VR equipment
headset.
so we can play the game and review it.
That'd be,
you know,
Valve, if you're listening.
We are taking
that'd
donations.
Be great.
I want to have a little bit more patience, like you do. Like if I lose my interest in a game after like an hour, like I don't even think I'll go as far as an hour. Maybe 45 minutes. If it gets stale, I don't want to play it anymore. Like how do you push through? Because yeah, I don't know. I want to be more like you a little bit. To give it a try.
First time someone's ever said that to me. But
there was a movie that I missed out. Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. I like that movie.
You like that movie?
Yeah.
You didn't like Hot Fuzz?
I did not give it enough. I walked out before it got good.
Oh man,
It starts out really slow.
Funny.
Yeah. It's a zombie movie. I had no idea it's a zombie movie.
The Hot Fuzz was a cop movie.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
Shaun of the
Dead.
Shaun
Shaun of the Dead was the zombie movie.
They're the same like people.
Same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
Okay.
But
Hot Fuzz was like a.
so which one
spoof
did you
cop movie.
not finish?
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. Okay. Hot
There
Fuzz.
were no zombies in there?
No, Hot Fuzz. They were cops.
No, they were cops.
All right.
But they were like. bad
Well, I didn't watch it.
funny.
So anyway, I watched 30 minutes of this movie. It might have been Shaun of the Dead or it might be Hot Fuzz.
Wow.
I watched 35, 40 minutes and I walked out of the theater because I was like, I'm not feeling it.
I was like, nah, I don't like this.
But then my friends who stayed were like, dude, it got good right after you left. I'm like, yeah,
Played yourself, man.
Yeah.
Played yourself.
Played yourself.
But basically, if I'm playing a game and there's got to be at least one aspect of that game that's like pulling me through.
Let's go.
So
And what aspect is it for Code Vein?
Yeah.
For Code Vein, the combat was barely enough to keep me there. Like it was.
I think the RPG elements is what kept you there. Like the customization
the
of
RPG
powers
elements
and stuff
did
like
help
that.
because
There was a lot.
the way it works is
to
you
customize.
get a skill only for a set like blood code as they call it, or let's say class to make it easy. And once you master that skill, you can move that skill over to other classes, which is cool. So you can make like one kind of class you really like.
Okay.
So that kind of kept me through, but the combat was like barely enough to keep me there because there was a lot of backstab animations that just wouldn't go through. Like I'd be behind an enemy and I would do the backstab animation, which is him like putting his hand out and like some crazy red mist stuff happens, but the enemy would just walk out of it. I'd be like, dude, what? Like this is.
So the fighting mechanics was good enough. Barely but good enough to keep
barely
you.
good enough.
Barely.
To keep you.
And the customization
The
was good.
customization is actually amazing.
Okay.
The world design is terrible,
It's not good.
and the bugs are.
Yeah, there's been games though I've started that I've fallen off of, like Oxenfree. That game's critically acclaimed, and I was just like, okay, like I understand why people would like this, but I'm not really digging it, so I'm gonna.
I mean,
quit.
I was kind of like that with GTA 5. Like I finished GTA 5, but I didn't really care. And everyone always says like, oh, GTA 5 has a great story, and I put like hundreds of hours in the game. I put like 50 hours in the game. I'm just like, yeah, I'm done.
I get that. There's
You know,
some
it's just
elements
like,
that
some things appeal to different people, I guess.
it's like ex-girlfriends, right? Like there's
You want to explain that?
well, like sometimes you're in a relationship and you're just like, there's enough elements of this person that I like to stay in this relationship, but
Not an overwhelmingly amount.
I ain't marrying this person though. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay.
All right.
But the length of the game also.
I don't know that I can, man, because there's a lot of hours. You've been playing Code Vein for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't been like binging it. I've been playing maybe like
You
an
play,
hour,
like, an hour or two a night,
maybe an hour or two a night, maybe like an hour a night, just
An
like
hour a
before I
night,
go
yeah,
to
but
bed or something.
you put a decent time investment into
Yeah.
that game.
I mean, again, I did buy it, so I was like, all right, I kind of want to get my money.
That's a big thing.
Get
too.
my money worth.
That's true.
If you actually put the money on it, you're like,
Which is why I have fears about like subscription services and Game Pass.
Like
It's
Game
like
Pass.
on Game Pass, you're just like, oh, I played an hour. This game sucks. All right, I'm done. But like, if you bought it, you'd be like, all right, let me see what this game really has to offer here, because I have to play. I don't have to play through it, but I'm more likely to play through something when I put hard-earned money down on it.
You're touching on something very psychological. Like that's good stuff, man. Yeah, that's true. And
which is why I fear, and why I think
subscription
developers
services
fear
will-
subscription
yeah.
services.
you're not beholden to
You don't
any
have
of
the
the
same
games.
connection.
you don't have that. You don't feel that drive's actually completed because like
That's some
the
good
amount
stuff
that you
right there.
pay is the same every month, regardless of the game's on there. So They're like, oh, I mean, I can still play Black Ops or whatever.
Hey guys, if you're tuning in, hit that subscribe, hit that follow button, because where else are you gonna hear a bunch of
real gaming news,
psychoanalyzing why we play games we don't like?
Yeah, that's of why we play games even though we don't really like it.
Yeah.
And why do we replay games or replay?
That I don't get. That's just weird, man.
I'm replaying Last of Us.
A lot of people do. But like they'll buy them remastered games and replay it again. I
only replay a certain kind of game. Like I replayed the crap out of like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff because I feel like with those ones you can give yourself
made for
different experiences
replayed.
because you can do things differently each time, you know.
Okay.
But like some games I don't really see. Like I've had friends who replayed the campaign for like Call of Duty like a bunch of times.
Really?
And like it's the same exact campaign every time. You can up the difficulty and make it more difficult, but like it's the same game every time, you know?
Okay.
And like that I don't understand. Like I have a boy, he replays a Tony Hawk game.
Pro Skater?
I think it was Underground or something like that. He
good.
replays that Tony Hawk game every year since it came out. That is like he literally does it every year. And so
That's
and
awesome.
I don't you know whatever, you know, it's what he likes. He likes the game a lot and that's what he wants to do. Like, you know, that's cool and stuff, but like for me, like, I don't understand.
It's way more likely for me because Last of Us 2 is coming out. I'm like, all right, let me like kind of refresh my memory of like this thing.
I can see
and plus,
that.
like, you notice way more when you replay it. I think I am, at least, just like in the world building and the enemies. Like I was playing a part yesterday or a few days ago where I just killed all these highway patrol people, and I went to the camp ahead of it, and they were just like, "Yo, where the hell is Marshall? They were on highway patrol. Why aren't they here yet?" And it's like, "Ooh, they're dead. I killed them." So like, it really you catch that more.
I've definitely seen that. You can see that with like really big games too, like Fallout or Skyrim, like really big ones. When you play them again, like I've played them again, like this will be like my second or third playthrough, and I'll like find quests that I didn't even know about before.
Okay.
Like I never even did it before.
Is it a spoiler if you talk about a trailer?
No,
it's a trailer because it's public. It's
all right. So the new Fast and Furious is bringing Han back.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the Asian dude who drives the NSX.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
This is like going back in time.
I don't know.
It's gotta be.
I don't know, but I'm gonna watch in the theaters, and I'm gonna watch Tokyo Drift again before I go, because I like Han. He's
quote
cool.
unquote died.
Or did they revive him with like
no idea.
with like V8 technology or something?
I have no idea, but they just showed him in the trailer. I was eating his little cheese puffs or whatever he eats all the time. So it was pretty cool.
Was Han in anything besides Tokyo Drift? Like, was he in?
He was in Fast 5.
He was in a bunch, like about 2 or 3 movies after.
Was it Fast 5?
But they were like prequels.
But he's been in like
he's
basically had minor appearances in like
the timeline of Fast and Furious is not like based on.
Why does anyone give a crap
order.
about this guy? Like he's had minor appearances and anything.
He's cool, man.
It's like, oh, he's legendary.
He is cool.
Dude, it's hard to find Asians like be one of the coolest characters.
Representation, you know, that's cool.
For an Asian, I've got some vested interest.
I got something with
as a character, I'm like, why do I care? Like,
dude, he got Gal Gadot.
Yes, that's like the
hell yeah,
the
dude.
coolest character, coolest car, and the baddest chick. I mean, let's go. I like Fast and Furious because of that. Sorry,
I think that's why everyone likes Fast and Furious.
That's it. Those are the 3 things.
Cool cars, explosions, hot chicks.
Yeah,
that's Fast and Furious in a nutshell.
Yes,
that's why I stopped watching after the second.
After the second,
go
no, actually, I watched Tokyo Drift and I enjoyed it. Everything else that was.
I'm buying your ticket. You're gonna watch Fast and Furious with me. Let's go.
There's 2 parts.
Did you know? Is it Fast 9? Right?
It's Fast 9.
I don't know what number it's on. I don't even have no idea.
9.
Yeah.
I was saying 8 because I thought that was outrageous.
Yeah.
And then
that. I think Vin Diesel said there's 2 parts to Fast and Furious 10. How like Harry Potter had like 2 parts.
It's so dumb.
This is like Lethal Weapon, man. They seem to like stop after a certain point.
No, keep it going, man.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Keep it going. There's always new cars, dude. You can always put more cars in there.
Dude, Fast and Furious 20 is gonna have Teslas.
Yeah.
They're not even. It's not. They're just not even gonna like rob each other. It'll just be all automated cars.
Yeah. Fast 10. They're gonna have the Cybertruck in there.
Yes. Yeah.
It's gonna have.
Dude, I like it. It's corny.
It's
corny as nothing, but it's the worst thing ever. But I enjoy it.
I mean, it's like the Expendables, but I think at least the Expendables like knows what it is. You know. They know what it is.
Oh, Fast and Furious does too. I'm sure the writers are cracking up where they're like, "Hey, let's have the Rock point.
He's gonna drive up a building. Fuck it."
All right, let's get back.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about gaming news.
So
we do have actually a lot of news to go over because we'll mention some of the stuff we were supposed to talk about last week, even though we weren't here.
We had some stuff last week, but the big news we have Spill Spencer.
Spill Spencer.
Spill Fencer.
Philly Spence, as
Philly
his
Spence.
white rapper name is.
Phil Spencer officially talks about some Xbox Series X specs in a news article. So we have been continually updating the next gen specs for a little while now.
Right, but this is official. This is from the horse's mouth, as they say.
So what we got?
Xbox themselves. So they did start off with what everyone likes to see is power metrics. So they did tout 12 teraflops of raw GPU power, which is a lot. And it's really funny, actually. I think there was an analyst, like it might have been Daniel Ahmad or Piscatella or someone, posted a picture of a side-by-side of an old IBM computer that was 12 teraflops. And it was literally like 10 freaking stations of computers that filled a whole entire room. Like, very old tech, and now we have just this little box that's 12 teraflops.
It's like this little Amazon.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So 12 teraflops, it's most likely going to be the most powerful console on the market, because that's what Xbox needs, is power. Everyone needs power, but Xbox especially. So that's pretty cool. They mentioned variable rate shading, or VRR, which is basically an efficient way to allocate power per pixel in the environment. So it'll be like, oh, there's there's something kind of far away that the player's not going to see. Maybe we'll put a little less resources into that thing and move the resources somewhere else. So it's kind of like prioritization of resources in the console, which is cool. That's a cool feature that they have. Then they go on to say hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, which is basically more realistic lighting and simulation of light in the game. You'll notice it immediately when you see it. It's very apparent. It makes everything look very, very good. Now, this ray tracing won't be on the same level as NVIDIA's on PC, just because it can't be. It just can't be. The console is not that strong to have that. And plus, I don't want to pay $700 for this thing, so it's kind of why they gotta skip on something.
$600.
Or that. Another cool feature here is a quick resume for multiple games. This is cool. So basically, it puts multiple games in a suspended state. So say JD's playing Fallout, right? Single player game. Sig's online. He's like, yo, dude, let's play some COD. Let's get into a match. Be like, all right. Sig sends him an invite. He can just jump right into that invite, and the game that he was playing just suspends itself in the background. So after he's done playing with Sig with COD, be like, all right, let me just go back to Fallout. Boom, right there. You don't have to boot up the game again. You just jump right in.
Interesting.
So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then
it seems resource heavy.
It does, but I guess that's a testament to how much power this thing's gonna have, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the last thing they touted here was smart delivery, which is very interesting. Basically, this ensures the game will download on the correct version based on the console. So if you have a Xbox One X or a One whatever, and you want to play Halo Infinite, it'll be like, oh, I see you have an Xbox One S. I will give you this version of Halo Infinite. Say you go into your room where you have the Series X, and then you download the game, it'll be like, oh, hey, you have a Series X, let me give you that version of the game.
So it'll download the version that's most optimized for that console.
Yes.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. So that's basically the main points that Phil Spencer had in his article. He did mention, like, you know, high-capacity SSDs, which is what Sony will have as well. But this is the most interesting and poignant stuff about Xbox itself. So what do you guys think about all this information? Just kind of read off a bunch of stuff there. You think it's really cool? Does this get you excited? Kind of gives you a glimpse into next gen. What do you think about it?
I think it's cool. I think it's definitely a testament to how strong these next consoles are going to be compared to what we have currently.
What feature kind of like stands out on there? He's like, yo, that's cool, or like that's a next gen feature.
I think the ability to be able to like resume games and stuff is actually pretty cool, because I mean you can do that on like PCs and stuff, so it's cool that you can now actually start to be able to do that on consoles.
They actually did further elaborate that it will work in reboot too. So if say it's like, oh, you have an update and you're in the middle of a game, it'll suspend that game, update the console, and then right after it's done updating, you can just go back into the game where you were, instead of, you know, having to close out, update, reload.
Very cool.
So I think that's pretty cool. Less waiting. Definitely less waiting. Anything particularly catch your interest there, Sig, about these things?
No.
Get you excited at all? Just now? Just whatever?
None of this is really new news. We've discussed a lot of this stuff in the past, except for that quick resume, which is a novelty.
And the smart delivery system.
Smart delivery doesn't really affect us. The way I'm reading it ensures the game will download the correct version based on console. Did it ever download the wrong version?
Well,
did that fix a problem that existed?
I think it would download the
but there's never been
version, I guess.
A console generation where it'll be the next gen in line with the previous gen.
I don't see that as a feature. I see that as a necessity. Like it needs. You don't want your console downloading the wrong version that your console doesn't support. Like they don't need to tell us about something that it should be it's its job to do. Like if you have the non-high tier one, it can't support all those features. It shouldn't be downloading that.
Right.
So they don't need to tell us that it's a feature.
I guess that's. But they wanted to highlight it, so that's what that was one of their big things on their.
They'd be like,
on
this
their
car
picture.
comes with wheels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You get 4 wheels with this car. Yeah, I thought it would. Yeah. I thought my console would download the right version of the game.
I don't know. You would think, but I don't know. I don't know stuff about stuff.
Stuff about stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't know about. I think it's still like it's a cool idea, and yeah, it should be like kind of a given.
Which one?
The smart delivery system. It should be kind of a given. And
let's say it's not a given.
It'd be bad, because say your Xbox One S is trying to run Halo Infinite. It's like, yo, dude, I'm giving you 10, 15 frames right now. I can't do this.
Because it's trying to do stuff they can't even do.
Yeah. That's not a feature.
I don't know. Xbox seems like it is. They say it is.
Yeah, dude, talk to Philly Spence.
But CD Projekt Red actually has something to add to this. They said it's wrong to buy games twice. So basically what they said was all Xbox owners that buy Cyberpunk 2077, they will be upgraded for free to the Series X version when that is available. So you don't have to like rebuy it to get the better version of it. They're just like, well, we'll just give you that for free.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Right now, on the current gen, where there's just Xbox One and then Xbox One X, right? If I buy a game on the Microsoft Store, if I download a digital version of the game,
This is only for Cyberpunk. Still, you're talking about.
I'm talking about the way it is now.
Okay, the way
right.
it is
Let's
now.
say I bought Red Dead
Right.
on Xbox One S, right, and then for Valentine's Day, my wife got me the Xbox One X, the stronger one. Will the digital version of Red Dead that I bought, I can't play it on X? I have to buy it again?
Because
No,
it's
you
technically
can't.
part of
It'll
the current same gen.
X enhanced.
Right, but I don't have to buy the game again.
No, because it's part of the same gen.
I'm confused. So why in the world are they telling us this?
No, the CD Projekt Red is telling us this because because this is the next gen. So he's saying that like if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 for current gen, you don't have to buy it again for next gen.
To get all the upgrades that
the
next generation will have.
Oh,
with
if
it.
whoa, now that's huge. If I buy it now for Xbox One S,
So you don't have to wait. You can buy it for your Xbox One X, and then when the Series X comes out next year or whatever,
I'll still
you can
get
just
it.
download it because you'll have it. You own it.
So I don't have to buy the game again.
Correct. That's what CD
That's
Projekt
cool.
Red said.
Oh, I thought it was within the same gen.
No.
You can. Oh, wow.
No, dude, that was the same gen that there would be riots in the street. Like if you couldn't.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can't play it, on the same generation of console just because it's a more powerful version.
No, that would be
there
Okay,
would be riots
that's
in-
cool.
That's
like
cool.
if you bought games for PS3 and you can play them when you buy a PS4 without having to rebuy it, that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
Another reason why CD Projekt Red is awesome.
They
But it's just that one game.
It's just CD.
okay.
It's just
So-
CD Projekt.
Okay.
that system that Xbox has, the smart delivery system where it'll give you the correct version on the console. Any developer can use that, is what they said. So CD Projekt Red, right after this news was announced, put out a tweet saying, buy it on this gen,
Like,
upgrade
boom,
free
cool.
for the next gen.
Now we have this resource that lets us do this.
Now, what do you think?
Nice.
What do you think? Do you think Sony should also follow suit? Because this is only for Xbox right now. So do you think Sony is
Solely.
pressured into maybe doing the same thing or offering the same type of resource to developers? Because right now, it would be like, okay, buy Last of Us Part 2 on PS4. Oh, it's remastered on PS5. Got to go buy it again. If they implemented this system, you wouldn't have to do that. Do you think Sony feels pressure to follow suit? Do you think they should follow suit?
No, I think this is only relevant for the transition window from old console to new console. Because Sony and Xbox, what did they went? Are we on year 7, year 8 now?
I think we're Gen 8 of consoles.
No, but how many years has this run been on?
Oh,
What do you mean, Ron?
Like when
7
did
years.
7 years?
I think
for current
it
gen?
came out
Yeah.
2013. I want to say
2013 is when I bought my Xbox One. So I think it's 2013, yeah.
2013. All right. So if we're 7 years going, this is only really relevant for the ends, the beginning and the end, as you know, a changeover
The
to the next.
transitional.
Yeah, but in the middle, it's not that much of a feature. Like you're not really playing your old last gen.
But for this next gen,
Correct.
PlayStation, Sony. Do you think Sony should do the same thing?
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't
I think
so?
it's a novelty item, man. I think it's
You think Sony's just like, yeah, buy the game twice. I don't care.
yeah. It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Because they can.
It doesn't really help the consoles. It helps the
It
video
helps
game developers.
It helps the
Wow.
consumer as well, you know, because they don't have to
Yeah.
buy it twice.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's not like the consumers and developers are important.
So you don't think it'll look bad on Sony if they don't
No.
reciprocate?
No.
No,
It'll,
I don't think anything makes Sony look bad, dude.
Year 2
They
or
still
3
do it.
in from when you're 2 or 3 years into the current gen, you don't care about transitioning or being able to be backwards
So, like,
compatible.
they're gonna
with all
forget
stuff.
about it.
Yeah,
in a
forget
couple
about it.
years. Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone knows that Sony's kind of pretentious and strict
Yeah.
about some things. Everyone
Yeah,
knows.
but when you have the content, you can do it. So
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Still dicks. Moving
No
on.
dicks. Yep, moving on. But we are going to continue with the next gen, a little bit of speculation here. Because GameStop actually puts up a pre-registration website for the PS5, and there are some details on there that are official now, but none of these details we haven't reported on or rumored on before. Even this Xbox Series X details we've seen in rumors before. But so GameStop has to say about the PlayStation 5. Full 8K TV support. Ooh, that's a big buzzword there. We got a bespoke 8-core AMD chipset. I'm not really sure what bespoke means.
It means custom made just for that.
Oh, okay.
If you buy a bespoke suit, that suit was made just for you.
Okay.
It's
All right,
not
so
an off-the-shelf.
custom basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So AMD's making basically a CPU just for that.
Right. I mean, they're doing that with Xbox too. AMD's basically, sleeping around with everyone here. So, I mean, good job for them. That's huge hit, huge good for their company, And then we got a special SSD, built for purpose SSD, so probably a proprietary piece of tech there. Backwards compatible with PS4 games and PSVR hardware. Cool. And ray tracing capabilities. So that's like the official stuff that GameStop put out on the PS5. But this is all stuff we have known before, but it's nice to, I guess, be right about this stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, no price or anything yet on the PS5. Still waiting. Xbox is really driving home the narrative of next gen. They're really kind of taking the lead on it. So, we'll see.
Whoever's first, I guess.
Whoever's first.
In other news, we have Sony, Square Enix, Facebook, EA, and Microsoft all pull out of a major convention this year. So Sony's pulling out of PAX East and GDC. Microsoft is pulling out of GDC and doesn't go to PAX East. Square Enix and Capcom are not going to PAX East anymore either. Facebook is also a no-show at GDC, and EA is also limiting attendance at GDC. All apparently reasons the coronavirus for all these companies not going to these conventions.
What do you guys think about that?
These are major conventions, but coronavirus is a big deal, so I understand not wanting to send your representatives to a place full of people where they could catch it. So,
Is this all held in California?
it is what it is.
GDC is in California. PAX East is in Boston. It's actually going on right now.
Okay.
GDC's in San Francisco, actually. And where they just declared a state of emergency for literally no reason, but whatever. Whatever they want to do.
Yeah, you want to tread lightly.
So how do you think this affects these companies, Sig? You're a company man.
I don't know.
No idea.
Do you think they should? Do you think this is a good idea? Or just like, it's not really...
Bro, if we had a booth booked for a convention in San Francisco, I wouldn't want to go. If you guys would want to go, you're more than welcome to. But when you come back, you're going to self-quarantine. Don't come to the office for 2 or 3 weeks.
Come in a bubble.
Yeah.
Bubble.
Don't get me
Bubble
sick.
food.
If you want to risk yourself, you go ahead. But don't get me sick.
But
I
would
ain't going
you
out there.
cancel our entire booth?
Hell yeah!
You would.
If nobody wants to go, I would say if anybody wants to go, go.
Like,
But when you come back, don't infect us. You need to get quarantined a little bit.
Work from home for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But I ain't going.
So you like understand their decision? It's like, yeah, like this is an understandable
You don't want
decision.
to
You
mess
don't?
with it.
I mean, I
You don't
do.
want to mess with it.
To an extent, yeah.
I think it's pretty
pretty easy decision.
Yeah,
pretty
it's pretty
obvious.
clear. Yeah, it's pretty
That's
obvious.
what it is. Yeah, it's like there's like the next plague going on.
Bro, you send your employees over there, and the chance may be small that they'll contract the virus, but you send them over there, you're negligent, man.
That's true, especially
And you're in trouble.
especially
Then they'll
if
sue
like Square Enix.
messing with that.
Can't
Sony.
force them to go.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
especially like these Japanese companies because they're traveling overseas as well. So that's
Oh,
another
yeah.
that's
No
another
way.
thing.
Yeah, dude, they should have canceled this whole thing actually.
Oh, now it's an obvious decision. Yeah, all the Japanese.
Should have canceled this whole thing actually.
Yeah,
You know, just
they're talking about canceling.
I'm just saying, you
the
know,
Olympics.
if
Canceling the Olympics in Tokyo?
yeah, they should
What?
fucking cancel it all.
Holy
dude.
crap,
Not
dude!
gonna lie,
That's
everyone,
a huge deal.
everyone
It
needs to
is a
stay in
huge
their
deal.
country for like the
When
next
does
2
the Summer
years.
Olympics start?
I don't know.
Maybe June. I want to say June. I'm gonna
I
say
don't know.
June, but
But they've in Japan they've already closed the schools until April.
wow, that would be so
Elementary,
much money.
high school, elementary, middle, and high school.
That'd be so
are
much
closed.
money lost.
Yeah, no.
Oy.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess we all agree, or
That's so.
kind of agree, that that's a good idea to do it.
Yeah.
Is to pull out of these
It's a good
conventions.
idea. Yeah, gaming convention is one thing, but you know, mass death is another.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on.
So, good job, companies, taking care of your employees. I'm sure. I mean, that is the reason they cited. Is like we care about our global workforce. It's like, all right.
All right,
well,
that's fair. All right, moving on to sadder news. Kazuhisa. Sorry, give me a second. Kazuhisa Hashimoto,
that's probably right.
the creator of the famous Konami code, has passed away this week, folks. So press F in the chat, pay respects. For those of you who don't know the Konami code, you need to get your head out of whose ever ass it's in, because I mean, come on, dude. You know, like
If you haven't heard of the Konami code, it's also known as the Contra code.
the Contra code.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was also known as that.
In the West, it was kind of called the Contra Code because that was the first game in the West that it was in. It was,
Oh, okay.
it was actually in another game before.
So you're
I think it
familiar
was
with this
called.
code then, Seg? You're just like,
Wow,
oh man.
it's like something
That
like
game was impossible to beat on 3 lives.
basically.
Sorry.
Sorry. What? So it gave you infinite lives?
It gave you 30.
It gave you 30 lives in that one.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's done different.
Was it still really hard?
I mean,
No, it was easy. It went from
Okay.
being super hard to being super easy. It was a
Okay.
little too much. Maybe
maybe 10.
10 would have been good, but
If
30
you-
lives was too much.
They just.
And if it's you and your teammate, you each get 30, so you got 60 lives.
Oh, wow.
So
So
you're
So okay, I guess it did different things for different games, but basically the code was up, down, left, right, BA. You know.
And then for 2
You
players,
know what
select
it is.
start at the end.
And then select
Yeah,
start.
select
Yeah,
start.
select start. Yeah, that's how.
Those were the days.
That was the code, and then select start. is
back
how
when
you
we
actually
didn't
initialize the
didn't
code.
charge for cheat codes in
Yeah.
games.
What's interesting, actually, when I was looking this up, is the reason that this code exists is because Kazuhisa Hashimoto was, you know, on the development team for these games, but the games were too hard for him to complete. But you need to be able to play through your whole game so you can test for
Test it,
bugs and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So he put these codes in there, unbeknownst to basically everybody, so that he could use them to actually play through the game.
Dude, that
And he never took them out. So
That's
why
my
they-
type of dude.
That's so
that's
smart.
why they're in there.
That's like, yeah, I can't. These games are hard, man. There should be an up, down for that auto cancel in
For
Smash.
Smash Bros.
And all these
It's
weird things.
It's called turbo mode. There's a turbo
Games are
mode in
hard.
Smash. It like reduces the lag of like everything you do.
But he passed away, huh? How old was he?
I do not know actually. I saw that. I just like said that he passed away. Honestly, I don't. I'm assuming that he was just old and he passed away to natural causes. I don't know. He could have got like stabbed to death.
61.
Man, I hope not. It's kind
61
of
years old.
messed up if that's true.
61 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, I can believe it that he died of natural causes.
Man, game development really kills you early, huh?
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess it's a high stress thing. I guess. Well, I don't know.
Thank you, sir, for
R.I.P. Mr. Hashimoto. He will be remembered for helping.
Hey,
Thousands
there's a
of people
famous
finish
there's
Contra.
a famous YouTube channel by Xavier Woods called Up Down Down. So it's like like an homage to,
Dude,
to
it's
that.
literally became like this, like basically just an iconic.
This is him saying
It's like
peace
iconic.
What a guy.
Oh, he's doing the Klingon.
That's cool. That guy's cool, man.
This guy's totally a nerd, man.
That's cool.
guy's
that's the guy you want developing your games,
This
man.
guy is just oozing with nerd cred.
Nice, good
So
stuff.
there we go with that. R.I.P. Sir. Who remembers Samurai Jack? I remember Samurai Jack.
I do.
She was awesome.
It was a good show.
And it was probably after your time. Huh? You were probably
Western anime.
older at that point.
By the way, that's not Samurai Jack. That's the up, down, down guy.
No, that's definitely Samurai Jack. No, that's Kazuhisa Hashimoto right there.
Samurai Jack? No, I did not play that.
Yeah, so no, Samurai Jack was a cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it was good. It was really good.
It was dope, dude. Honestly,
Super
it was
good,
awesome.
man.
Yeah.
It was like the coolest cartoon growing up, hands down. I don't care what you say. And basically, it's a Samurai Jack video game that is apparently a thing and is coming out soon.
It
so,
looks interesting. I'll tell you that. I'm not a fan.
Who's
of the
expecting
art style.
this? Literally nobody. There hasn't been a Samurai Jack video game, I think, since like 2008. Something crazy like that. It's been like over 10 years.
I don't even know there was one.
Yeah, and I think it might have been like a PC Flash game, to be honest. So like, yeah, that's Samurai Jack. In case if you don't know, learn yourself something and go watch the series because
it's good.
It's dope.
Really good.
It's cool. And so yeah, there's a game coming out. It's like a 3D slasher, which is weird because it's obviously a very 2D art style. So it looks kind of off-putting. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not.
It should have been like
it's a thing,
Katana
so it's
Zero.
kind of cool.
It should have looked like Katana Zero. It would have been sick.
I think if it was like a 2D like side scroller with like really fast like quick movements, I feel like it might have been better, you know. But
like Katana
whatever.
Zero.
Yeah, like Katana Zero. So that's cool. CD Projekt Red.
We did that. I mentioned that earlier.
Oh yeah,
About the upgrade Xbox stuff.
Well,
however,
other news about CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red has officially become the second largest gaming company in Europe, which is pretty awesome considering they're a 2-franchise company. They have The Witcher and Cyberpunk.
And they're publicly traded as well, so you can get stock in them.
So that's pretty insane, actually. Because
wow,
it's a 2-franchise company that does their own development. They don't go through a publisher, and they've become the second largest gaming company in Europe.
Can you think of anything that's in a different industry that's
impressive.
like that? That only has like 2 products?
Pretty impressive.
That is their life? I can't really think of one.
I guess like Apple with the iPod starting out. I mean, didn't they just have the iPod? Oh no, that's the whole Macintosh shit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole computer thing.
The whole computer thing.
Yeah, the whole computer thing. Yeah.
You're almost right. They started off just computers, but they were on the verge of bankruptcy.
Right.
They were like 3 months away from closing up, and then
they blew up.
The iPod saved their hide. They went from being almost out of business.
Because no one really cared about Macintosh computers. Like before the iPods, it's like no one really cared.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's just they come in cool colors, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now the iPhone,
now everything you own is Apple. So
but that's really cool. That's what happens when you make good games, right there.
That's what happens when you prioritize quality, man. That's just straight up. Like these guys made good games, start to finish. Apparently he couldn't finish one. Whatever.
It's okay. I didn't finish The Witcher 3 either. It's like
fine.
really long game.
I'll give the game 30 minutes, whatever. I fell asleep during this trash. All right, I'm done. You remember Baldur's Gate? Do you?
I remember Baldur's Gate.
So Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay revealed took place yesterday. Go ahead and check that out.
Dude, you gotta watch the opening cinematic. It is wild.
It's pretty crazy.
Wild.
It's like super hyper medieval stuff.
It is hyper fantasy, dude.
Is it like I didn't actually watch the trailer yet. Or is it gameplay trailer?
So it starts off with the opening cinematic, and then it is it's basically like a gameplay demo. Like
so the head of gameplay.
Yeah, the head of Larian Studios, who is the developer behind it, is just playing the game and like talking
what's
you through
the gameplay like? Is it like turn-based
Have you
combat
seen,
or is it like live combat?
Have you seen what is it?
Dragon Age?
It's not Pillars of Eternity. It's the other one. The other one that's isometric that Larian did. Oh my god, I can't. Divinity Original Sin. Divinity Original Sin 2. It's a lot like that.
I know Divinity Original Sin.
So
it's like a D&D game. So
it's
turn-based.
It is turn-based combat, which is strange for Baldur's Gate because it was real time with a pause button, which is definitely different. Very different.
So
it's
now
not the same.
But now it's completely turn-based.
Now it's turn-based. It looks very good. Graphically, it looks very good.
Huh.
There's a lot of freedom in this game. I actually watched a preview of it with Easy Allies. Check them out; they're really good. But the guy that went over there from that team said the freedom in that game is
so this
insane.
Is like an isometric. It's turn-based.
D&D. It's D&D.
It's D&D.
That's what That's what Baldur's Gate is.
D&D. Yeah.
But the opening cinematic, dude, is so insane.
Is that Cthulhu?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's go, dude.
So basically, like, you create your class in the beginning, and you start off with that, but there are like a ton of races and classes you can choose from. And each decision, all your dialogue options are tied to your class. So like my dialogue options, if I'm a dwarf, will be different than yours if you're an elf.
Right.
So it's very much.
So is it race or class?
It's
both?
Race.
Race.
It's race.
Okay.
Yes, it's race, not class.
Okay.
Sorry.
So if you're like a human, then you can go into this tavern and talk to this person. But if you were like a dwarf and you go into that same tavern and talk to the same person, you're like, oh, we don't serve your kind here.
It'll be different. It'll be different.
You have to go through the whole different. Okay.
Yeah. All of it's based along which race you pick, which is really cool because that gives you a different play style every time. So,
now, is this an old character?
I am unsure. I am not very familiar with the Baldur's Gate franchise.
Because which came first, this tentacle-faced dude, or on Baldur's Gate, or Pirates of the Caribbean?
Baldur's Gate was both way before.
They were both wrong because it came from H.P. Lovecraft.
That's even older.
Yeah, that's like during the H.P.
Lovecraft
era.
is a novelist.
Oh yeah.
He made the Call of Cthulhu.
Okay, super famous.
Eldritch Horrors.
I am no idea what you're talking about, but
I believe it basically sets the. It basically set the premise for like horror, for modern horror, basically.
Okay.
Like if you've ever seen like any kind of thing where like you go into like this town and all of the townspeople are like super shady and there's some kind of weird like some ritualistic shit that goes on, like think of Stephen King, like Children of the Corn kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like H.P. Lovecraft did that first.
I see.
So like this all kind of stems from him, and the main thing was Cthulhu, which was like this fourth dimensional being with tentacles and
the destroyer of worlds,
basically destroyer and eater of worlds kind of shit, So
that's why you said when I pulled up this image, you're like, ooh, Cthulhu.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Because that ship that's actually a ship in the background. That's his ship.
Okay.
And he the way he controls it is wild, dude. He like puts different parts. The ship is a living organism basically, and he puts different parts of the limbs together like this and pulls on them to do different things in the ship. It's insane, dude. It's so
like
creative.
Tentacles around.
Like it is. It's wild. I highly recommend watching it. It's very well done too. The CG is off the charts.
I mean, if that was a screenshot of it, it looks beautiful.
But yeah, if you're really into that like really hard, super hardcore D&D role playing game, this is gonna be it.
I'm down. Sign me up. Stop.
But yeah, highly recommend checking out that trailer, man. It is.
Get that out of here.
It is so epic, dude. Like it is just. There's like the ship is flying through. He opens up a portal. Dragons come through the portal, start fighting. Like it's wild. It's so wild.
Let's see. A demo of Resident Evil 3 will be released before launch, but no date has been given.
That's cool. I'm down for that.
So demos are always nice. Like actual demos are nice. Don't call it a beta or anything and actually be a demo. Like
so in this one, in Resident Evil 3, just like in Resident Evil 2, there was like Mr. X that was following you around. In Resident Evil 3, there's Nemesis who's following you around, but he ain't walking like Mr. X. He's sliding down rails to find you and kill you. Like it's scary.
He was like on the track team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He's got a flamethrower. Like it's pretty scary, but I'm super down for this game, Resident Evil 3. Very excited. I like Resident Evil 2 a lot. So, did you play any of the old Resident Evils?
Yeah, the first one.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Only the first one.
It was too scary.
It was too scary.
Did you like when that dog jumped through the window? You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
That's the exact scene.
Like that's it.
Yeah,
man. Because the environments and like environmental horror in Resident Evil 2 was really good. So I don't know if you could take that. Like imagine you're just like crawling through this dark corridor and this light flashes like on and off, and each time it flashes, the shadow grows bigger towards you and the sound gets more intense.
I really like that Resident Evil is kind of like finding their way back to like horror roots and stuff like that.
This one is going to be more actiony though. Because Resident Evil 3 was more actiony.
Like I think it all started with Resident Evil Biohazard, which was like straight up first person horror, and it was like very well done. It was scary as shit, and like I like that they're doing that because that was Resident Evil 1 was that, they're going through like this mansion and this creepy stuff's going on. You don't know the story about Resident Evil yet, and but like by the time I got to Resident Evil 4, it's just like you're shooting a bunch of zombies and solving puzzles.
Yo, scary games are scarier than scary movies.
You think so?
Way scarier.
Agreed.
Because you're in it.
You guys like dared me to play Metro Exodus.
Agreed.
The environment, man,
wasn't even that scary in my opinion.
Man, them tunnels.
Play Dead Space.
Ooh.
Play Dead Space 1. I guarantee you won't last 20 minutes.
That's a good one. That's a really
it's
good
scarier
one.
because when you're watching a movie, when you get scared, you can turn away. And
close your eyes.
Yeah, and it keeps going. It keeps progressing.
I look at the corner of the screen.
You can't do that in a game. Like, you turn away, your character just like... you kind of gotta...
You're like, I'll walk through this hallway, you're like...
Okay. Yeah, I've done that.
Get in there.
Yeah, I've definitely done that.
Very scary.
Yeah, I agree. I agree straight up.
Which is why I don't want that, like, smell to be, like, in video games. Could you imagine just smelling, like, all of that environment?
Corpses. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You just smell the zombies decaying around you.
That's mad creepy.
Bro, the scariest movie I've seen was The Exorcist. Do they have a game like that? Like an Exorcist game?
The Exorcist.
Like the original Exorcist?
Just any... Like
that movie?
Yeah, the movie. The movie, the original Exorcist
was
was
really scary,
dude.
They have a game?
Deep Poodley has played games like that. He streamed it.
Dude, I think that would change
There
me.
are games
that would change me on a fundamental level.
Because there are some games where they're just straight up horror games. Like you're not shooting anything, you're not fighting anything. You literally just run away and hide. And it's like really tense. That's the whole game is like super tense.
See, I'm not a huge fan of that. I'd rather have some power, but I'm okay with feeling powerless in a horror game or like less powerful, as long as I can kind of run away-ish or like shoot something. But
remember Slenderman?
Spider-Man?
Slenderman.
Slenderman? Yeah, I remember Slenderman.
You ever played Slenderman?
Uh-uh.
So like I feel like Slenderman kind of started this resurgence of horror games, you know. And Slenderman was kind of like that. Like the premise was just to find all the notes and you win. And the only thing you could really do was I think you can like. You have to just not look at him. That was like your only.
Yeah, if you look at him, you die, right?
That was the only defense against him, which is you couldn't look at him. Which is like crazy because you're like running around the whole game, like trying not to look at him. If you see him, you just freak out and he gets closer and stuff. So yeah, there are definitely games where it's just
you just don't like that feeling of like being scared or being on edge.
I feel like somebody like chasing you.
Yeah, I don't like knowing that I'm gonna get startled.
Oh,
like the anticipation.
You know, like when you watch a
I like that. I like
the
anticipation.
And like the violins start building up. You're like, dude, someone's gonna jump, man.
Yeah,
someone's gonna jump. I don't like jump scares either.
Yeah.
I mean, I like watching and playing those games, watching those movies, playing those games and stuff. But I'm also the kind of person I hate getting jump scared.
I hate it, dude.
And it gets me. I'm like, God damn it.
I feel like I almost die because my heart like skips a beat.
I almost died.
Oh my gosh, man!
Like,
thank goodness it went back. Yeah,
faster.
Yeah.
You're like sweating in
like
the movie
I could
theater.
feel like, and then doop. I'm like, damn, that almost killed me.
And honestly, I think it's even worse when like they build up those moments and then like nothing happens and you're like,
yeah,
it's like getting blue balled.
Yeah.
Like
I guess so, kind of.
Like I did all that freaking out for nothing. Okay. Let's see. What kind of stuff do we got to talk about? DualShock controller.
There's
patents,
a very interesting
platinum games.
New Sony patent out for the DualShock 5 controller. It's kind of weird, but basically it shows a sensor that will give biofeedback to the controller, possibly influencing gameplay in some way.
So it'll be like your Apple Watch?
Possibly. The patent describes a sensor that would measure the player's heart rate and sweat, and this could be a way for players to be more immersed in the game. I don't really know how this would work, but like, how do you think this would work if you were like engineering this?
Okay,
like, what would you do?
It was like maybe it's like a game, like a horror game, like, for instance, where you have to like hide, and then like you have to literally control your real life BPM, otherwise you'll start your character will start breathing fast and hyperventilating, and then you'll get found.
That's sick. That'd be wild.
Which is like really
that would
crazy.
not be a good game for you, huh, Sig? Or a good thing for you. Or maybe it would be. Maybe that'll help you like control your fear. You're just like, okay, I gotta calm down here. I can't be too scared.
What you just described is amazing.
Like, what if you're like really overweight and you just have a naturally high?
Lose some weight, man.
The game is like, lose some
sorry,
weight,
I can't
kid.
play this game, dude. I have heart problems.
There's a disclaimer. It's like a ride. You have to be this tall. Instead, it's like this size to play this game. Wow, that would be.
Bro, like what you just described, like when you're trying to hide in a shooter, but your heart is pounding, so your character's going, and then like the other characters can hear you breathing, like, dude, you gotta calm down. That'd be intense. That would be.
Like, hear you breathing, like,
and that's not hard to implement.
I don't know how you.
That would not be hard to implement.
I mean, if you have it that can read BPM, all you gotta do is just
correct.
Put it in there.
That's wow. That's really clever.
That'd be cool, dude. What
somebody
if, like,
hire me.
Say like Sekiro or something. Like it's a really intense fight, and you're like shaking because like I've caught myself like shaking during fights like that. Like, what if like your posture goes down more because you're like, you know, you can't like hold the sword as much because you're shaking.
Like sword fighting and stuff like that. Like you need to maintain composure and stuff.
Yeah.
So you start freaking out, then your guy starts like swinging wildly.
That's really cool.
That'd be sick. And then plus PlayStation will have those tactile like triggers, so it'll allow you to feel like different surfaces and stuff, and like when you pull a bow back, it'll be harder as you pull it. Like so, you have to press the trigger harder. Like all these things are really cool. Like,
dude, this
features.
This PlayStation controller is gonna give you a workout.
It's gonna be like $100, dude.
Dude, imagine like the poker games. You could make games. You could bring another aspect to it.
Like poker face.
Yeah, you really can see your opponent's like heart rate.
You can see their BPM.
Oh my god.
And it starts rising and stuff like that. Look at those.
Oh, you're lying,
bro. Lying, dude. Oh, then you can start tricking the system, you know. Like you start like dropping in place real quick.
True.
You start jogging in place and get your BP up.
That's
and
pretty.
Like, oh, this guy's
pretty
probably
creative,
lying right
man.
there. And then he wasn't lying. Oh, let's call him a bluff. That'd be cool. Well, that's cool.
Pretty strange. So
These controllers are weird, man. They're getting weird. Let's see. Platinum Games announces their first 100% pure Platinum IP in Project GG. Is that a good game?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. It's a heroic title. I don't know what that means either.
So what's this mean by this? Well, Platinum has basically never had their own IP that came out of their own noggins. They kind of taken games from other existing IPs or existing franchises and stuff. They make great games, but they never were original IPs. So this is their first. So
that's really cool. That's a big step when a studio can do that for themselves.
Like try and actually get into that mode. That's cool. Let's see. Amazon France has listed Horizon Zero Dawn for PC, but that was taken down.
Like immediately. And today is the 3rd year of Horizon Zero Dawn's release date.
And there was always this idea that Horizon Zero Dawn and other, PC titles or other PlayStation titles would eventually get released to PC. Looks like it might be a thing for Horizon Zero Dawn, which was,
oh my God,
great seller.
Be so amazing. That game is so good. What else we got here? Oh, this is an interesting one.
Gaming furniture?
Yeah. Herman Miller Furniture Company. I've never heard of them. I don't know if you guys have. You ever heard?
They make a lot of office products.
Okay. Well, they're partnering with Logitech to bring gaming furniture to the market.
Not just like chairs?
That's
like a gaming coffee table?
Maybe, I guess.
Gaming bed?
That'd be cool. A gaming bed.
Gaming dresser?
A gaming toilet, dude.
They don't have any images of what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, they just announced it, I think, a few days ago.
Interesting.
But I don't know. You think is that like an untapped market, or is that just a market that's like?
Well, they're gonna tap.
This is just furniture. Like
they could try. I mean, gaming chairs are really like expensive and sought after and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, I think it's a smart move.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, it could be.
Would you buy like a gaming desk? It was like cool but functional.
It always depends on the price,
Yeah. I guess it depends on what kind of features would be involved with the desk itself,
Right.
Or if it's just like...
That'd be cool.
Or if it's just like a desk that like painted black and green, like, fuck
gaming. It has like built-in RGBs though. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be pretty sick. Yeah, built-in RGBs, and it can like synchronizes with the game.
I wish desks today put more emphasis on cable management and cleanliness.
I know, dude. Like desks, it's like that. Everyone just assumes that the computers still aren't a thing.
Right. Is that weird? Like there should be desks today should be there should be more USB ports. Like you don't want to see all this junk. Like
it'd be nice if you sort of like those ports in the desk itself.
Yeah.
Just like
it should be ubiquitous. There should just be ports for your laptop, your USB, power adapter, and a wireless charger. Because almost all the new phones now have wireless charging.
I agree.
Like this should be all automatic.
I agree, straight up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's still. There's not really a really good solution that's affordable.
Like I'm gonna be getting a desk for my new setup soon. I'm just gonna find the best desk I can for under $100, and I'm probably gonna have to cut a hole in it. Whatever.
Yep.
That is what it is.
Yeah, the desk we're using now, we cut this hole. Let's show the viewers. You have to take a jigsaw to this
to make the hole larger, as Sig was saying.
You see it? You see that?
Yeah.
It looks OEM, right? It looks like it came like that. Nah, we cut that hole in there.
Did you like glue this thing in there?
Nah, it's just really tight fit.
But
you would think with a conference table like this that they would have some sort of way to
What do you
plug
mean
all of our equipment
What do you mean you're going to put electronics on a conference table?
Yeah.
Outrageous.
It's like just a table.
Yeah.
This is like a dining room table.
No, this is a conference table.
Oh, I know, but...
Oh. Yeah, but basically
there's no
they
functioning
built it
about it
like
that
a dining
makes it
table.
specifically a conference
Exactly.
thing. It's just a dining room table, basically.
I think that's a good move for Logitech and Herman Miller, and I think
That's cool.
I think once they show that there is a demand for this stuff, we'll see more,
We hit the market first.
and it'll get cheaper. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Another weird thing that we're going to talk about is starting March 3rd, I'm going to do this. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm going to do it. You can buy 2 Crunch Bars, Butterfingers, or Baby Ruths, redeem them online, and get a free Final Fantasy VII dynamic theme on PlayStation. I mean, that's cool. That's pretty cool, I guess.
You get free stuff. Is cool, I guess.
The theme is
you pay for the candy bar.
Tifa sitting on the, I think is it Nibelheim or Nibelheim?
Nibelheim.
Is it Nibelheim?
Let's say that.
Nibelheim Water Tower. And Tifa's obviously like a big draw of, that game because
She's the poster.
it's Tifa.
It's Tifa.
So, if you want that Final Fantasy theme, go get some candy. March 3rd on. And then register it online
bars.
PlayStation. Two of them.
Why you have 2 bars?
Which one do you think is the best candy bar listed here? Crunch Bars, Butterfingers, or Baby Ruths?
Butterfingers.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I do.
What do you think, Sig? What's your favorite out of those 3?
Butterfinger, Baby Ruth, Crunch.
You're wrong.
I like Baby Ruth, man.
You're all wrong.
We all had 3 different. We all picked 3 different ones. You went with Baby Ruth.
Yeah,
and
I
you
like
went with
Baby
Butterfinger?
Ruth.
And I went with Crunch. So random.
You guys are wrong.
That's really weird.
But yeah, so definitely run out and get that one.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
Despite these guys having poor taste in candy bars.
We can skip over this next one. It's not really anything.
Yeah, with PlayStation, Star of the Colossus.
You think they have numbers of which sold most? Because whichever sold most
Why
is
not?
the most right between the 3 of us.
Okay. Yes.
Right?
Sure.
All right.
Sure, because it's gonna be Butterfingers. So
It's not gonna be
It's gonna
Butterfinger.
be
No way.
Oh, come on, dude.
All right. Let's see.
Come on, dude. How many Babe Ruth commercials have you seen?
Almost none. Because they don't need the advertising. Because they're so
Have
good.
you seen, dude?
They don't need the
It's all about
advertising.
Butterfingers.
Guys in the chat, post on there what you think between the 3: Crunch Bars, Butterfingers, or Baby Ruths.
It's gonna be
Obviously, it's Butterfingers.
probably not gonna be Baby Ruth.
If we can even find them.
Baby Ruth is like the old people candy bar.
I can't find it. Dang.
As we look for candy bars,
You were gonna
Wait,
lose.
no,
This is
look,
gonna be
no,
Crunch.
no. Look up. What was this company? Nestle.
Nestle.
All right, so look up Nestle.
Is it Nestle or is it
candy,
Mars?
Nestle's.
Is it Mars?
Nestle's sales. If I can't. Yes, Nestle. So Nestle candy bar sales. Look at that.
We're looking up candy bar sales right now.
This is important.
Currently.
This is important. Which one includes? It's like buy bar. All right, you do that. You do that. This is important. What's also important is Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Who remembers that game? Because it's one of the biggest, best
I remember
games
that
of
game.
ever. Like everyone loves that game. So that game is getting a remake soon, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But our boy Jason Schreier, not our boy specifically, but we,
The industry boy.
the industry's boy, Jason Schreier, has been doing some digging, and according to him, he has reported that it definitely is in the works, but EA and BioWare are not working on it. Why is this strange? Because EA and BioWare were the ones who made the original.
That is very weird.
Who's going to be working on this? Nobody knows. He thinks it's going to be this little company in Texas who has been remaking a lot of these older Star Wars games. What?
You won.
That's what I told you, bro! Butterfingers! All this
Butterfingers.
candy sucks!
Wait, dude. Butterfingers should not be at the top.
Butterfingers is at the top, dude.
Alright, guys.
It is the most unique.
For September 2019,
The most
on
unique.
therecipe.com, they ranked the top 10 Nestle, best-selling Nestle. Number 1 is Butterfinger.
Told you.
Number 2 is Crunch.
Oh.
Number 3 is
Crisp?
Toffee
What the
Crisp.
fuck is a toffee crisp?
Number 4 is Lion.
I don't even
Number
know
5
any
is
of
Kit
them.
Kat. I would have thought Kit Kat would be higher.
Higher than the
sucks.
Lion.
Kit Kat sucks.
Number 6 is Arrow.
I don't
Number
even know
7
what
is
that
After
Oh,
8.
you're at the end.
Number 8 is Snowcaps. Number
Oh,
9
I
is
love
100
Snowcaps.
grand. Number 10 is O. Henry.
Right.
Baby Ruth didn't even make it to the
They
top 10.
didn't make the top 10.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth. Alright, dude.
Congratulations, JD, you
I
won
told
that.
you.
Good
Fine.
call.
Fine.
Non-believers,
You win.
dude. Non-believers.
Non-believers. Heretics.
Heretics, even. Who likes that kind of candy, dude? What's wrong with you guys? Let's see. We could cover some of the stuff from last week. I don't see it. Nothing really jumps out to me as like crazy news. We do have
Final Fantasy Remake's going to be at least 100 gigs, so
that's pretty huge.
Clear up that space.
That's a fat game right there.
That is.
Oh, I think this is cool news.
Massive.
I'm gonna say it. So what is Diablo style? Is it Diablo?
Did I write that?
Diablo style?
Oh,
anime,
I meant to say anime style Diablo show.
Okay. So we're gonna have some new. So Netflix has new TV shows for Diablo and Overwatch. So it looks like
What? Looks like what?
What was this company? It's not Bethesda. There are
What? Blizzard.
Blizzard. I knew it started with Blizzard. I was having a brain fart. Leave me the fuck alone. All right. So Blizzard apparently getting into the TV
Gray
show.
hair underneath that sailor cap,
business.
dude.
Yes. There was a gray hair. I got Rogaine.
By the way, I learned something recently.
Do
that if you see a nice looking lady, right,
Okay.
and if you want to say "dang" in Spanish, you say Diablo. I learned that recently.
Diablo.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Diablo.
That's like
Devil?
sounds like mystical.
Yeah, it's like apparently from the person that told me, it's like saying "dang."
Diablo. That's
Who's
like
that?
so much cooler.
Like if
Who's
she,
that?
Huh?
Who's that?
No names, but it's somebody.
You know, somebody that I know.
You know.
Oh yeah, I'll buy that. Sure.
No, it's true.
I can probably guess who it is.
Can anybody vouch? Can anybody vouch? I'm going by one person told
All right.
they could have been trolling me.
Hey, Los, how
you're
about
right.
you vouch
so-
for that?
Like if she
Now,
bends over
there-
and a
okay,
nice shape.
So I will say
Ooh, Diablo.
that my boy D Pudley, who is Puerto Rican,
Okay.
he used to say El Diablo
Uh-huh.
instead of like oh damn it, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That was like an exclamation of frustration, like El Diablo.
Yeah. But if you say it like that, but if
Maybe-
you say it like suave,
maybe it's how you say it.
Gotta say it suave.
Maybe it's how you say
Diablo,
it.
mami.
Sounds creepy.
I can probably take that soundbite and use it in other
Sounds
things.
creepy. I don't know.
Random. When you guys just
I'm
said
just
it.
speaking from like my perspective because my girlfriend is Spanish and she does not like how a lot of that stuff sounds.
Yo, try it
'Cause
out.
It's just
Let
not.
us know how
Try it out.
She does
Yeah,
not
try
like
it
how
out.
stuff
Yo,
sounds.
test drive that.
No,
give us
she
test
straight
drive.
up. She's like Spanish dirty talk freaks me out. She's like I don't like it.
Spanish dirty.
She
talk
don't
freaks
like hearing
me
it from a
out.
Spanish dudes, but from her dude, she might.
I don't know, man.
It might work
I don't
over
know.
well, man. Give it a shot.
I don't
Yeah,
think
give it a
so.
shot. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
She'll gag.
Gag.
She'll gag. She'll like what?
We'll leave that joke alone.
Okay. You guys want to like talk a little bit
So
about?
we should talk about the deals, right?
Yeah,
deals. Oh, all the Doom franchises mad cheap right now on Steam, dude. Like mad cheap. Like those old classic Doom games, like $1.50 on Steam.
Doom
And
2016.
Doom 2016 is $6.
$6. Get it.
Doom 2016 is awesome.
Super fun.
And like it's a game you can play. You don't have to expect too much out of it. You should play it.
Don't be scared of the
it's not
demons
scary.
or scared of the
Demons are scared of you.
monsters.
You're a slayer of demons. You're literally the Doom Slayer. So like, yeah, don't be scared of it. It's not scary. The only reason we have to say that is because apparently some people are scared to play games in here. That's good.
Even though you're a god, you're literally a god in that game almost.
Yeah, dude,
like
I don't see anything scary about it. You're like literally just like mulching them down with minions.
So, but going to the deals, we have Xbox Games with Gold for this month, or this upcoming month, I should say, of March, the best month, because it is my birthday month, but, the best month. We have Batman, The Enemy Within, which is the second season of the Telltale series Batman game. And Shantae, Half Genie Hero. I don't really know what Shantae is, to be honest with you. Really don't have any experience in that game. But PlayStation Plus games, however, for March will be Shadow of the Colossus. That's awesome. I'm going to play that. Is critically acclaimed. I never got to play it. And Sonic Forces. Really,
Not awesome.
really don't know anything about that.
Not awesome.
Okay, so not good, as Captain Stiffy says over here.
Not
Not
awesome.
good. Does not get a thumbs up.
No,
It's
would
a
be
thumbs down, actually.
No thumbs up. There's just no thumbs. I have no opinion on it, but I can tell you with certainty it's not good.
And Borderlands 3 is also coming to Steam March 13th. That's pretty cool. That's Friday, same day as Neo 2. And there is some new DLC coming for Borderlands 3 as well. So
Cool,
you can
man.
kind of hop on that if you guys
So
boycotted
Borderlands
it
3,
on the Epic Games
because
Store.
Borderlands 3 wasn't released to Steam concurrently.
No, it was on the Epic Games Store.
It was on the Epic Games
Yeah,
Store.
for like
so
6
they're
months
like
or
6
whatever.
months. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
that whole thing exclusively there.
Yeah. And then yeah, so those are some pretty solid games right there. And that's is that it? Is that all we have
Yeah,
for the
that's
deals?
basically it.
That's actually basically it.
That's basically it. No,
Find any other deals on there?
Get Doom.
Out there, Sig?
No, and it's just gonna get more expensive with the supply chain the electronic supply chain
That's
out of
true.
China. It's going to get more.
Yikes.
It's going to get more pricey.
Do you think?
It sucks when you need to like buy things.
Do you think consoles will be delayed?
Yeah,
out of 2020.
I think so.
Yeah, you think so? Both Xbox and PlayStation.
I think so.
Do you think the world's gonna end?
Nah.
No, we'll be fine.
I don't think so.
Nah, if y'all are interested, look up the 1918 global pandemic. Like 50 million people died. We're still here.
Holy shit.
50 million people died.
Was that like one town in China?
No, it was global, man. There was a lot of people. A lot of people died.
Man, I wasn't around. I didn't know.
Neither
Didn't
was
know about
I.
that.
Just don't go outside, folks.
Yeah.
Just don't go outside.
Just be like the boy in the plastic bubble.
I'm gonna start like stockpiling stuff.
No, don't do that.
No. I'm doing it. I don't care.
So we're told not to do.
Of course, who's telling you that? The CDC? I don't trust them.
What do they know? Everything.
No shit. I don't trust the CDC. Any government run.
Oh, did you guys
company.
freaking see this about Ninja blowing up last week?
Yeah. So.
Did you see it, Sig? Oh man, it's
so
good.
this basically started.
I like half agree with him.
Sparked a debate,
Okay.
and I was thinking maybe we could talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it.
We might come to
We got
we might
5
come to the
minutes
same
to talk
decision.
about it.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyways, so Ninja said this on Twitter last week. We were going to talk about it last week, and then last week got busy. But basically, Ninja says the phrase "it's just a game" is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened, losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn, always room for improvement, never settle.
Okay.
And so,
But he was going off pretty hard.
He went off of, beyond that. But this was the at the crux of the blowing up on Twitter, and a lot of other people would chimed in and stuff like that, like oh no, like totally disagree. You're getting toxic and raging about games is childish, and just because you don't have that kind of reaction to the game doesn't mean you don't care about it, and other people don't value the game the same way that you do, whatever, and the other people are just like, obviously this isn't catering towards like the casual gamer, but I do agree with Ninja, like if you're not getting angry or not getting pissed about losing and stuff, then you're not really going to learn from it. And so this was kind of like the back and forth that people have been having about it.
What do you think? Where do you stand on that? You agree with him? Disagree with him?
See, it's like I don't know what he's specifically talking about because I don't really know the context of it.
I think
So if you're talking about purely competitive games for a hardcore competitive gamer, then I understand what he's saying. I think you should try to always be sportsmanlike.
Yeah, but he doesn't mention not being sportsmanlike. You can still get angry and be sportsmanlike. You're like, oh, I lost. You got me though. I lost. You got me.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I need more context of it because, like, what if this happened because he was doing a stream, and then he does what like he always does when he loses, and he like gets really pissed off, cracks the keyboard, throws mouse at the screen or some shit. And everyone in his chat is like, "Oh, dude, come on, calm down. It's just a game."
What do you think, Eric? Where do you stand on it? Like, you're. It's okay to have an opinion now and change it later, but as of now, as of this moment, how do you feel about Ninja's comment?
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah, because I'm not like a pro gamer at all, but like I've been an athlete for long enough to where if you don't have an emotion to losing, you're not trying hard enough. You're just not.
Got it.
So now you don't have to be like rant and scream. You can have a different emotion and be like, oh man. You can be upset and be like, all right, I lost. He got me good there. Like you could still be positive about it, but you do still have to care about it.
I guess his stance is that like when you're saying it's just a game in response to you losing, I guess to protect yourself from the I don't know, the shame of it, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, oh dude, I just beat you 20-0. Whatever, dude, it's just a game.
Yeah.
Like you're obviously affected by it, but like you're just kind of putting it off and like kind of protecting yourself from that feeling.
I think it's impossible to be 100% in every aspect of this world in life. There's some things that you can be very passionate about.
You don't have time for that, first of all.
You cannot be passionate about everything. You cannot be passionate about work, about family, about video games, about exercising, about dieting. It's impossible. You cannot be 100% everything. You got to pick and choose.
I don't have that energy.
Right. he does this for a living. Ninja is a professional video game player. So he's right. In the context, he was probably playing a game. Somebody goes, it's just a game. He's like, well, F you, man. Like, this is what we do for a living. That's what he should have said. It shouldn't matter to you. This is not just a game. This is our livelihood, and we make a good living out of this. So you can't use that on me. Like,
yeah, he did give an example of, like, what if you told Michael Jordan it's just a game? Or Tom Brady it's just a game? It's like,
perfect example.
That's their life.
No one will ever say that Kobe Bryant was not competitive. But there's an interview, one of his last interviews before he sadly passed away, was how he was playing golf with Michael Jordan, and he didn't really care about golf. Mm-hmm. And Jordan didn't like that.
He didn't care.
He didn't really care. He was like, I don't really care about golf, dude. But Jordan's a big golfer. Mm-hmm. He's been golfing forever. And Kobe just like, yeah, it's not my thing. Like, yeah, I'll play, but I don't care if I lose or not. It's not one of the... And no one will ever say that Kobe Bryant is not competitive. See what I mean?
Right.
So, I think me and Aaron got into... my brother, we got into it with a few months ago about Smash. He's like, bro, you gotta learn all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't really want to learn all of it. Why not,
And
man?
that's okay.
And I'm like, there's a lot of things that I want to be top tier at in this world. There's a lot of things I want to be really, really good at, like elite Smash level in those things. But Smash is not one of them. And he's like, why? How could that be? And I could see why Ninja is saying it, because that's what he does for a living. Like, with what we do, I want to be top tier what we do here.
Yeah. But it would be like somebody like, it's just a job, man. Be like, what? Like,
you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's your livelihood, man. Do what you do.
Yeah, I agree. This is obviously speaking to, like, the person that's like, hey, I want to be good at this.
That girl, the dude or the girl who he was playing with, they probably lost. It's just a game. He probably just went off like, no, it's not just a game for us, man. They're like, we do this for a living. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You're a streamer, right? Yeah.
Like I said,
you do this for. It's not just a game.
Don't know the context of it.
Yeah.
But he does, he streams a lot, and so I feel like a lot of his stream was full of people who like to troll him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean,
he got baited. Yeah, he got baited.
He gets the views anyways, but that's probably what happened. I mean, that's just what I'm assuming happens. Like I said, don't know the context, but that's what I'm assuming happened is that somebody in there was just like, because he does freak the fuck out. Like he freaks out. Like, it's like Dr. Disrespect. That's what he does. I mean, that's part of it. That's like part of being a streamer nowadays. Like, you're known for your specific breed of freak out. Yeah. Do you like rage, break controllers, throw shit, or are you just kind of like, oh, I mean, that happened. I'm just guessing I'm gonna end the stream. It's not my day. So, and I think this is what people baited him into, and then he was super angry and just kept ranting about it.
But in general, that said, that doesn't give a pass. There's got to be, folks, podcast listeners, viewers, guys, there's got to be something on this world that you have to be passionate about. Something that you will blow a top over if you don't win at. Like, you can't say, oh, that's not my thing to everything. There's got to be at least a couple things that really floats your boat. You understand?
Yeah, or like...
And those things, you fight for your life for those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be the person who doesn't have that. You gotta have something.
Yeah, like, that's why it pisses me off when I see people that are really passionate about, like, a franchise or a movie, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so excited about this. It's like, why do you like that? It's like, I'm sorry, I have something in my life that I really like and you don't.
Right.
Like, you're not looking forward to anything? Like,
yeah.
What? Like, a lot of, usually, like, the anime scene, like, the video game scene, the comic book scene, it's usually succumb to that because it's like, oh, it's just, like, some form of entertainment. Why are you so passionate about it? It's like, what do you mean? Like, I love this thing.
Yeah.
Like, why is it bad for me to look forward to this thing? Like,
I think it's generally bad on shitting people for liking something.
Yeah.
Unless it's, like, poor choice in candy bars.
I like it. I like it when people are into stuff. I like it. It makes me feel.
Yeah, it's like you be into that thing. Hell yeah.
It makes me feel like that person has found a purpose. Will it be their purpose forever? But maybe not. But they have a purpose today, right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, they've got a purpose that's driving them, that's making them wake up every morning.
Yeah, you gotta have exactly. You gotta have something to help you get up every morning. Well, no matter how little it is, like if it's a favorite TV show or you meeting up with the boys at the basketball court every Friday, whatever it is.
Yeah. All right.
Life lessons with FPS guys.
Life lesson.
We're going to go ahead and end the stream after my little outro. Thank you for stopping by. As always, listeners, we stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPSGuides. And remember to smash them like, follow, and subscribe buttons. All the buttons except for the unfollow and unsubscribe buttons. Those are bad buttons. They will break your PC. You can check out all of our content on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa, and most importantly, our wonderful website, fpsguides.com. Also, check out our description, or check out our Discord. Link is in the description below on Twitch. I believe it is on YouTube as well if you're watching it there. Please feel free to join our Discord. That's why we post it publicly, because we want people to come in and play with us and stuff like that. We are gamers, so we do game on there a lot. And if you don't like to game or talk to people, we do dump a bunch of gaming-related memes in there, and honestly, a lot of that shit is fire. So go ahead and look at those memes if you don't have anything to do. We have a lot in there. Like, honestly, you can spend an afternoon scrolling through our memes, because we got a bunch of really good ones in there. At least I think so. Anyways, or you can just jump in and drop a dank meme of your own, whatever you want to do. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, folks. Every follow, every subscribe, every like just brings us closer to relevancy, and we want to be relevant because we can do this for a living, you know? And I think that's all we got. We'll see you guys next Friday. Remember to play games. And wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Good one.
Be safe.
That's important.
Yeah. Not, I think
wash your hands. Don't put your hands by your mouth. Wash your hands. Don't touch doorknobs. Just wear a glove wherever you go. Fuck it.
It's only 80 degrees outside. It's fine.
Yeah, who cares?
Right,
Peace.
Play games. See ya.